This is why you should never judge a book based on one single out-of-context quote. Late one night on a beach 500 miles away from him, possessed by moonlight and red wine and the smell of a bonfire, I reached out for the bouncing blonde girl I had been trying not to eye all night. She was wet from swimming, she was prickled in goosebumps, hundreds of goosebumps, that I wanted to press flat with my tongue. She smiled as I placed my hand on her waist, as I touched my lips to her neck. The stars wrapped around us, her steam became mine. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that sounds like it's probably some sort of romance book, some sort of love story. Well, it's not. It's in a biography about the taxonomist who is credited with, I suppose, categorizing 1/5 of the world's fish population. But my point is the same. The same as I could have just posted that quote and said, oh my gosh, this book is so good, you guys should read this. People would have picked it up expecting some sort of romance and then would have been disappointed when it wasn't what they were expecting. With that being said, you need to do some more research before you pick up a book. I see it all the time. People will pick up something, read it, and then come on here, say, oh my gosh, I read this because of BookTok and this was the worst book I have ever read. When simply the answer is that it wasn't what they were expecting and the book simply wasn't for them to begin with. Yes, that quote is a very pretty quote from this book. However, this book is so much more than that, and I do highly recommend if you're looking for a really short biography to read. But this book was so much more than I was expecting, even though I knew it was a biography going into it, but in a good way, because yes, this is a biography about this taxonomist, but it's also a story about the author and just how lives are kind of connected and intertwined. And furthermore, this is like a murder mystery. Plus, we also get to a point where this guy is like a bad guy. He literally is one of the people who brought eugenics into America. So this very short book was a roller coaster of a book, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for some sort of short biography to read this summer.
Are you using Jif peanut butter? Is that a problem? I got Skippy right here. Keep your Skippy, you child. I like Peter Pan. No, you don't, Terry. Terry, put that down. Nobody likes Peter Pan. It just magically appears in your pantry when you're down on your luck.
I'm going to normalise not understanding books because I wanted to love this. I wanted to be obsessed with this the way my favourite booktokers are. Do you think I understood it? Do you think I can tell you anything that happened in this book? No, I cannot. Like, I want to read the others, but I need to understand this.
Hello, what about me?
No, you're not in this episode.
I'm challenging Joel to guess the fantasy books from just the covers. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes?
Ooh.
I haven't read it, I just love the way that the cover looks.
Same, and the vibes look really good. Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn
Barnes. No, you're still at 1 point.
Oh, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab.
Love this cover.
It's so gorgeous. Oh, Babel by R.F. Kuang.
Oh, you've practiced, surely. That was so pixelated.
I recognize Babel, even if it was far away. Howard the Ninth by Tamsin Muir.
Very well done.
Amazing
very well saved.
Series.
Bonus point for the author name there.
Thank you. Siren Queen by Nevo.
Joel, you're good.
Thank you.
BookTok King here, guys.
Oh, The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna.
So good. So good.
So good.
I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit.
Hey, I wrote this book, can I sign it? After purchase, yeah.
It's whack-a-doodle time. It is whack-a-doodle time.
Vamos, mis amores, dale, mis amores. Vamos, mis amores, dale. Esa es la vez.
Here we are again. Here we are again.
Look, so if I read the book in the same day that I got it, does it really affect my physical TBR in any way? I'm gonna say no.
I'm fucking mind blown. I've never seen this in my fucking life.
Do you ever get the ick before the book even starts? Because I just got the ick in the author's note. So this book is about how women changed American journalism. It's nonfiction, and here's just a bit of the author's note. I found value in tracing the way some outstanding careers were built over decades and endeavored to fairly praise men who gave... just how women changed American journalism. I endeavored to fairly praise men who gave deserving women an opportunity when it was not fashionable or usual to do so. Some of them might well have met a #MeToo-like fate if such a movement existed in their day. Others, because of the timing, did. It just puts a bad taste in my mouth right from the start. It sounds like in your research or in the interviews that you've done, you found out that some people were sexually harassed or assaulted in the workplace. And you're like, oh, that darn Me Too movement, putting those poor, brave men's careers on the line. When they took a chance on those young women journalists, they should be happy they got a job. Never mind what happened to them. That's just boys being boys. Those brave men do not deserve to be held accountable for their actions. It was a different time. You can't hold them to today's standards for squeezing women journalists' asses, saying completely inappropriate things to them in the workplace, demanding sexual favors to get a good job. That's just how things were done. And look, maybe that's not the way that this was meant, but like, I don't want to read the rest of this book now.
As fantasy readers, I know you want to name your kid something nerdy, something fantasy, okay? I know you want to. And my brother-in-law did. So my nephew goes by his middle name, Bo, B-O, which is his dad's best friend's name. Cute. His first name, he named after his brother, William. His name is William Bo. This creates his nickname, which I'm gonna let you sit on for just a second.
I think fanfiction might have actually genuinely messed up my head. Yesterday I picked up the book that I've been putting off for a while and I was like, is today the day? Am I finally gonna read this thing? And then I looked at it and I was like, nope, I can't commit to this today. And then, lo and behold, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I opened up an 100,000 word fanfic and was like, oh yes, a little sweet treat before bed. And I read that whole thing all the way through. And then today I saw Lion Optimist's video about how novels start usually at 70,000 words. And I went back and I checked. I looked up the word count for this book and it was less than the fic that I read. You know what? Am I still going to put off reading this book for yet another time travel fix-it AU of the same two motherfuckers I have been reading about for a month and a half straight? Yeah, probably.